Have you ever heard the expression, wherever you go, there you are? But when you fly, your baggage is another matter. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. Today I'm going to talk about a kind of baggage that no airline can ever lose, no matter how much I might want. So what is this baggage and where did it come from? 1960, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Pirates are engaged in a pennant race that will result in them winning the world championship. A young, dynamic candidate for president, John Fitzgerald Jr., is electrifying the nation. And I'm, in my first day in 4th grade, on the playground. And I see some kids picking up sides to play a game of kickball. Hey, can I play too? Can I play? Can I? Have you ever been rejected? I felt so bad that I took out a bag that was labeled, "I'm not good enough." And that rejection was like a weight that I put in that bag and I carried around. And every time I felt rejected or I was picked last or never picked at all, I added another weight to that bag. Has that ever happened to you? Fast forward a few years to 1965. The Pirates are in the cellar. Martin Luther King Jr. is leading the second march from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama, in support of civil rights. And I am in love with the most beautiful girl in the 9th grade. And I just had to call her up. But I was afraid. And I pick up the phone and okay. I'm digging myself a little bit. Hi, Linda? This is Arnie. Arnie Bus. Will you go out with me? Have you ever been rejected by a goddess? That was like a weight that I put in a bag that was labeled, "Nobody was ever going to love me." And every time I was rejected like that, I added more to that. Have you ever been rejected like that? Do you carry baggage that says, "I'm not lovable enough"? Well, life does go on. I managed to graduate from school. I did get married. I got a job. But this baggage was weighing me down. I couldn't understand what was happening. I fought with my coworkers. I fought with my boss. I fought with my wife. I fought with my kids. My life was out of control. I didn't know what to do. This baggage was weighing me down. Finally, in desperation, I got help from a very compassionate counselor. And I told him all about what my problems were. And he said to me, "Arnie, you're carrying around a lot of baggage. Where does that come from? Where did you get the idea that you're not good enough?" And I told him about the kids in the 4th grade playground. I said, "What would you tell that boy if you could talk to him right now?" I said, "I would tell him that just because those kids aren't letting you play now doesn't mean that you're not good enough. You are good enough, and you will always be good enough." And in that moment, I was able to take a small weight out of that bag that said, "I'm not good enough," and toss it aside. And I realized that day that it wasn't those kids that was causing my problems. It was me. It was what I was carrying. It wasn't them. It was all up here. And to that adolescent love-struck boy, I would say, just because this girl isn't going to love you doesn't mean that you're not lovable. You are lovable. You will find love. And you are worthwhile. And that day, I learned that nobody can make me feel unlovable if I love myself. And one by one, I was able to find all of these things, these weights, and one by one, I was able to take them out and throw them away until finally there was a bag that was totally empty, and I could take it and throw it across the tarmac, just like a baggage handler. San Francisco Airport. So what's your baggage? What are you carrying around from the past that's weighing you down and holding you back the way it did me? Can you choose the way I chose? You can choose to lose your baggage. You can choose to heal the past in the present. Nobody can make you feel rejected if you accept yourself. Nobody can make you feel unlovable if you love yourself. Mr. Toastmaster.